stay up out the way, don't get your shit splat. Stop letting this shit slide and get your lick back. And get your lick back. Get your lick back. If a nigga owe you something, ain't no chit chat. Better stay up out the way, don't get your shit splat. Stop letting this shit slide and get your lick back. And get your lick back. I feel like I'm JX. J-Way. I'm a perfectionist. Adderall got me restless. I'm gone. Run with a wild crew, they get reckless. Young boy, come up off that neck. Into the trends. See you lead, be the band.
Welcome to Bleachers and Speakers. I'm your host, June. I got my co-host, B. Foster, with me. Before we get into this featured player of the week, I want you guys to subscribe to Bleachers to Speakers on YouTube if you haven't already done so. And also follow us for your audio fix on all the aggregators. That's anywhere you can find an audio podcast. You can find Bleachers and Speakers. You can find me, B. Foster. All you have to do is go to those platforms and type in Bleachers to Speakers FFSN in your search. Make sure that notification bell is on and make sure you're following us. If you have that notification bell on, every time we drop, you'll get an alert, and we ask you to download those episodes for us. B. Foster has another featured player of the week. I love these profiles. This is off-season vibes going on. We're talking NFL draft prospects today. Foster, who are we talking about for this featured player of the week?
All right, for this particular one, we are talking about Jihaad Campbell, who is a linebacker out of Alabama. He is projected to go in the second round, and he is only 21 years of age. I really like his athleticism and how that projects. I think that they really might be onto something if we are able to pick him up in either the late first round or the second round. He's 6'3", 235 pounds, and he ran a 4.52 40, which puts him in the 92nd percentile. He also had a broad jump of 127, which puts him in the 94th percentile, and he is the second-ranked linebacker at his position. He has an explosive first step, and he has coverage instincts that are advanced for a converted edge rusher. He originally came into Alabama as a edge rusher. He brings serious pop as a tackler while maintaining efficiency. He's a multifaceted weapon who creates matchup problems. He has rare clothing speed for a player of his size and a 6'3" frame. He uses his long arms to disrupt passing lanes. He shows natural timing as a blitzer, and his developmental arc points up, being that he is the youngest linebacker within his class, but also already the second-ranked linebacker in his class. As far as his weaknesses, his over-aggressiveness creates vulnerability against misdirections. He's still developing his hand usage when stacking and shedding is required. His pad level raises when tackling in space, allowing extra yards. He will abandon his zone landmarks early when QBs scramble, and his pass rush plan needs expansion. He normally wins off of just speed around the outside and his ability to bend. Now, as far as his statistics, the 2 years that he played, in 2023, he had 66 total tackles with 1 sack. And in 2024, he had 119 total sacks with 2 forced fumbles, 5 sacks, and 1 interception. As far as his projection or how he fits within the Lions scheme, I think he's a youthful project that can develop into a monster. Obviously, the Lions have a lot of veteran linebackers, and so he would certainly have some, even like an Alex Anzalone, a Derek Barnes, he would certainly have some guys around him that could, assist with some of his technique in developing. I like the fact that he does have experience rushing off the edge and has good instincts as a blitzer, because we need as much, explosiveness and guys that can get after the quarterback as we can take. And, eventually he could possibly be the predecessor to a Derek Barnes or Alex Anzalone. Like I said, he's only 21 years old, so there's room for him to grow, but athletically, he grades out at the very top as far as linebackers are concerned.
Yeah, I like this guy. And I think if there's a couple things that could happen to where the Lions would pick a linebacker at 28. And we'll talk about that later on the show. We have a show coming up and we'll talk about that. But yeah, I like this prospect. I like him from an athletic standpoint, and goes to Alabama where the competition is pretty tough. So salute to you, Foster, in this homework that you have your featured player of the week, Jihaad Campbell.
Oh yeah, two things that we've hit on numerous occasions: Alabama players and people named Campbell. Can't lose with that.
Hey, he that means he belongs here, right?
You would think.
Yeah. Subscribe to Bleachers to Speakers on YouTube.
Get your lick back. If a nugget do something, ain't no